You know when you didn't know you were missing something, and then you bite into it, and it's like, oh yeah, and the memories start flooding in. That's lamb for me. Oh, hi! So we got some rain on the way. This wasn't gonna be a quick fire, but we're gonna turn it into one. You know how I love my quick fires. I also love lamb. All right, we've got a lamb rack today.
Lamb?
I love lamb. I love lamb. Yeah. So here we are. Really nice piece of lamb. I'll take this back cap off, and it's got a natural piece here that you can just kind of peel back.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, and you know, and then I take my knife and just run on the top of the bones. I'm using this portion of the knife to kind of slice and just tracing the top of those bones. Now, this piece that I'm cutting off is great for oiling your grill grates when you're cooking the lamb, because it imparts a lot of that lamb flavor. So don't just toss.
Oh, wow, look at that.
Yeah. Oh, there's the thunder. All right, so we're gonna sneak under here and take out this elastin, which is a connective tissue that doesn't break down. And we're just gonna swing it back. Beautiful. I might mention as well, we've got a Kamado Big Joe behind me here, and it is set at 400 degrees right now. All right. I was a little aggressive on that, but that's okay. And then I'll take off that little, I don't want to remove this piece, but I do want to get in there as good as I can without digging too much, and just get rid of as much of that as possible. All right. Now I'm okay with the way this looks for today. This is a home recipe, not a restaurant recipe. Let's get a little blackening. I'm choosing Lane's barbecue seasoning blackening. And blackening in lamb to me is really nice. This is a New Zealand rack, which I prefer. I was a chef in New Zealand for a couple years, so love that New Zealand lamb. Beauty, beauty, beauty. All right, little bit of olive oil, and let's take it over to the grill and examine that setup. So notice how I've got a lower grill grate and a nice roaring fire, and then I've got another grill grate here that is semi-indirect. Again, this is if you're familiar with the channel, welcome back, and this is my favorite setup. Here we are using that fat cap and greasing up the grill grates here.
Great trick.
It is a great trick, and it's imparting flavor at the same time, right? Now we're going directly down. I'm not going to cook it the whole entire way like this. I just want to start the cooking process, get some big, bold interaction with that flame, and impart some seared flavor, because we're going to top it and move it over here shortly. So we're about, I don't know, 2-minute cook here on this side, 1-minute cook on this side, just getting some nice char. Beauty. You could even use that piece there to kind of stand it up. That's preferable. Beauty. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, let's bring it on back over to the cutting board. Oh, well, it's good enough to eat as is.
Wow.
Next, Dijon mustard. Dijon and lamb are a lovely combination. We'll just use our gloved hand to kind of paint that, so it's a Dijon paint. And that's going to be our binder. We're going to do some Panko breadcrumbs today, and that'll be kind of our medium, with some garlic, some fresh garlic cloves, 1, 2, and 3, please. And then mint, because mint and lamb is just super traditional.
Oh, yeah. Why is that?
I have no idea. I really don't. I think I've even looked it up in the past. So do me a favor. If you have any insight into why lamb is such a popular accompaniment with mint and lamb and mint, let us know in the comment section down below. Educate us. Yeah. I just, from being a restaurant guy for several decades, it was it, This is going to give us some cool flavors, but also a really cool color to go on top of this beautiful rack. All right, now we close and we start processing, and then we'll fold in our oil to give it a little more binding sensation. All right. And that's what we're looking for. Let's take this out of there.
Too much oil.
No, but look what it allows you to do. If I can make a fist and it compacts, that's exactly what we want. All right. So now on top of that blackened, seared, and Dijon painted lamb, we're gonna pack this crust right on just like this.
Dang.
Yeah. Minty, garlicky, delicious to see.
That's totally a word.
It is now. Let's transfer back to the grill just like this. All right. Now we're gonna close. Listen to that thunder rolling in.
You hear it?
All right, now we're gonna close this baby, and we're looking at about 10 minutes or so. With lamb, we want that temperature of like 145, maybe even 140. Okay, so we'll pull at 140, and I'll show you a really cool presentation. The storm might pass us by. All right,
We made
let's take a look. Oh yeah. Look at that. Now you want to be careful not to knock that crust off, okay? Look how pretty that is. As always, once we've grilled something, we have to...
Do the impossible.
We gotta let it rest. I just want to bite it. You know, let's be honest. So what I'm thinking though, while we're sitting here waiting on this rest, we've got 2, 4, 6, 8 bones here. So I think I'm going to cut these into 2 bone sections. And while we're waiting on this to rest, let's work on just a little garnish work. And a lot of times, if you're familiar with the channel and you've been here, obviously welcome back. But sometimes we like to do deconstructed garnishes. So what makes sense as a garnish? How do you think as a home chef, what's going to work? I want to elevate a little bit. Well, think about the ingredients, right? So perhaps we get a spoon ready and we do a little swoosh dug-up right here, and just kind of draw a line, and then you're just gonna shoot, kind of swoosh. Yeah, a little swoosh. You use the bottom of that spoon there. Well, that doesn't work out very well. That looks silly.
Come on, Gephardt.
It's been a minute. It's been a minute. Yeah. I can feel the chefs breathing over my shoulder. I can see the comment section now. I've failed at everything in life because my swoosh. We got to do a better swoosh than that.
Okay.
I was never very good at the swooshes. Let's be honest. Let's try this again. Circle, and then using the base of the spoon. It's just a little action. It's been a minute. Hey, that's a little better. We got some mint in there as well. That'll work. I want a little bit of the blackening seasoning that we put on the lamb. And then, a little sprig might be nice. That's got a better presentation there. That's kind of cool. So we'll save that for the center of our circle lamb. And we'll take some of these little... we're just killing time because we're letting this thing rest. It's turned into arts and crafts, but... Look, wind's blowing it everywhere. Hey. Chiffonade, okay, a little culinary term there. We'll just little cigar roll, and then we'll roll our knife right through it, and you get these cool little chiffonades,
little ribbons,
little ribbon cut.
Ribbons.
Now the best way to cut through these is to kind of attack it right in between the bones. Remember, we said we were going to cut 2 first. And try not to bust up your... Sorry, I'm talking for a second. I'm focusing on not busting up my my crust. Okay. And then 2 for here. Easy. And then this 2 for here. Being very delicate. How about that? Look at that little stunner. Let's look at this one. I changed my mind on the presentation. I think what we want to do is I want to showcase that. And then maybe we even do it like that. We got a little plate architecture there, and we can go right on with the... Look better. It probably look better here. How about that, Dream Team? Now for the moment everyone's been waiting for. I've been waiting for. Little dip. Yo. Anything on a bone or on a stick. Look at that. Whoop. Man, nothing wrong with that. Don't be intimidated by lamb. All right, super simple. Sear, paint, bake. Easy peasy. You know when you didn't know you were missing something, and then you bite into it, and it's like, oh yeah, and the memories start flooding in. That's lamb for me. Have been a chef in New Zealand for a long time. That is to die for. Just lovely. Folks, get out there, cook some proteins you're not used to. I mean, this is about, you could cut them into individual lollipops if you wanted to as well. Sky's the limit. In fact, we've got a video on that. Thanks for hanging out with us today. This was just an absolute joy. Give this a go. If you've never tried lamb off the grill, or if you have, give this little method a trick. All right, the sear bake. This is just fabulous.
Sear bake, I like
sear
that.
bake. Yeah. Team, do all the things for us. Hit the subscribe button. Hit that like button. Do leave us a comment. We love reading and responding to those. And as always, from our backyard to yours, cheers and happy grilling.